G'day guys, and welcome back to the EV Cup. We have ourselves game number 2 between the sexy Necron down here, who took game number 1, currently up 1-0, against the beautiful Kalikah. In the bottom right, or I say the east of Scrap Station, Necron taking the north of Scrap Station, just the two main bases, and this one's a two-player map. And Kalikah is down 0-1. The random experiment is over. Both these players played random in the first game, and they will now be playing their preferred races, which is Protoss. So this is a PvP match, and so Kalikah needs to win this one to stay in the tourney. So mirror builds happening at the moment. So Kalikah just a tiny bit in front with that pylon. Blizzard has graced us with little loading bars underneath the production of what's happening. So we can see that Kalikah is making drones, and Gordo is doing the same, aka Necron. So here we go. Kalikah has found Necron's base. She's just going to walk around, try and keep the probe in here for as long as possible to see what Necron techs to. Last game he went very heavy on the Void Rays, so I guess she'd be under the assumption that that would be happening again. Looks like she's ready to go straight to her base after this though. So Gateway going down for both guys at the same time. Necron lolling at the Kalikah probe, just having a bit of a run around. Getting zapped in the bum a bit there, but that's okay. Necron does like Kalikah's bum. So here we go. Gateway's coming down at the front here. Wall-in's not extremely useful against Protoss, but it's okay against Zealot's pushes. And Necron did do a little bit of that in the first game before taking the Void Rays, so she might be on the ball. She's a decent Protosser. Chrono boosting out the probes. No chrono boosting from Necron, but that's largely due to the fact that he's probably saving them for units. A very early forge for Necron. He'll be making cannons to defend, I'm sure. Kalikah wisely going to rely on Gateway's units. So what do we got down here? A proxy pylon from Necron down here. I'm not sure what he's going to do with that. Possibly warp in at some stage. It's a dangerous place to put it, because when Kalikah's on her way on foot, she's going to pretty much destroy that. Hiding the probe up here in the corner. What are you up to, Necron? What are you up to? What I would give to be inside this man's head. Or just inside this man in general. Forge going down, and so just to avoid a supply capping issue which is happening at Kalikah Town, Kalikahville, we have that second pylon going down, and that guy going down right now as well. She needs to put guys in gas. Warp gate extremely important for Protosses. And when that guy finishes, more Zealots will crank out of this particular gateway. So she needs more units. We've got a unit counting station. We got 1 Zealot each, about the same amount of workers, so it's really quite even at this stage, except that Necron is getting some cannons down. Oh, okay. So what he's doing is he's going to make cannons to make sure that Kalikah can't actually use this path, forcing her to go through this destructible rocks path, which she would probably use anyway. She likes to be sneaky. Oh, and a proxy pylon. So Necron might indeed be trying to make cannons at the bottom of this ramp, and if that's the case, then he's failing horribly, because he has no probes up here to make anything. This pylon's just about to go down, and this Zealot's going out just to make sure that there is no hidden probes in that smoke, and they're just going for a bit of a scout. They'll find the probe just down there. These cannons can really be circumnavigated at this stage. Necron really did balls up this cannons thing, but that's okay. He's queuing out some Zealots out of this gateway, and I've touched on queuing before. Queuing is generally bad because you don't actually know how much money you have. If you only make 1 Zealot at a time, he would realize that he has 300 more minerals than he actually does. So he's very upset about his probe and pylon cheese being located. Not nice to cheese. Very true, Kalikah. Very, very true. Get the hate speech happening now. No one likes Necron right now. That dirty, filthy cheeser. Kalikah is going to ruffle stomp this loser right now. Nah, it's all fun and games, as you can tell by that sideways angle bracket, and 3 meaning love. Necron's just making more cannons. Really. Protoss players that mass cannons. When cheesing fails, stop making cannons, stop being sneaky, transition to a normal game. As we can see, Necron has nothing at his base. We go to the unit counting station. We have a bit more down at Kalikah's, and she's wisely staying back and defending. So Necron actually managing to macro reasonably well, better than I thought. So we got Let's have a look at the worker count. Actually, more workers for Necron, so he's actually macroing quite well, considering that he's not played the game in a while and that he's making cannons, more cannons down here. He's going to make sure that Kalikah can't expand. He's still cheesing. Ooh, Kalikah is going to be enraged. Stalkers, more stalkers coming out. She's afraid of Void Rays. She's destroyed that probe and she needs to take out these cannons. So wisely going for that pylon there. Cannons not going to see much of the light of day. Down they go. Wasted minerals for Necron. So let's do some maths, ladies and gentlemen. Probably about 600 minerals wasted there. So 150, 150, 150. How much is that? 300, 450, 550 minerals wasted here as well. Because Kalikah is going to push back. And she'll be pushing back hard. These guys need to just... Oh, wow. I actually didn't know this. They're hidden behind the smoke, so the cannons have no vision of these forces, and they're just going to take them out. Kalikah. Oh, this is nice. So she actually could have stayed behind the smoke and not actually taken any damage there, so she lost a Zealot for nada. But that's okay. I'm sure she's got more on the way. Warp Gate Tech finished for her. Observer coming out. Warp Gate Tech, not even a Cybernetics core down for Necron yet, so he's he's got 5 Zealots queued at each gateway. This guy is stressing out, but he's supply capped because he doesn't have any pylons left. Oh, he's stressing. These Zealots need to do all the damage, because if they don't, Kalikah is going to take this game. She's returning back here, and this is a scary amount of Zealots for Necron. He's judging by this retreat that Kalikah actually doesn't have enough to stop it. Kalikah, you need to get those Stalkers behind the wall if you want to make this defense work. So she's researching +1 upgrades. Got the production tab now, so more pylons going down to stop the severe supply cap issue down at Necronville. Immortals coming out, very smart. They'll stop these Zealots dead in their tracks. And a Twilight Council coming out. So Kalikah playing a standard game, teching up very wisely, but off just one base. She has lots of minerals. She can be warping in Zealots right now, making more gateways. It's really what she should be doing right now, making more gateways, warping in more Zealots, beefing up against Necron's severely diminished ground forces. He's keeping with this pylon and cannon thing, and it's going to set him back. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to call it early. Necron is going to lose this game because of this. He keeps spending money on pylons and cannons. So I'm just going to give a nice big sigh. And Kalikah needs to keep on time with her worker production as well. So we go to the unit. So Necron is on a bit of a lull. He's worker making. He's still making some more, so that's good stuff. But Kalikah hasn't made units in ages. She's not chrono boosting either. So she's pushing out now, and this force is going to smash these Zealots. So good work. Goodbye, forces of Necron. Nice of you to stop by, but you'll be going home with your tail between your legs and your collective penises quite shrunken. Oh, he is desperate to make this wall work. He really wants to make this work, so he's just massing cannons right now, keeping one inside the fog to stop that whole shooting behind the fog thing happening. So Kalikah should really be looking at these destructible rocks right now, because really Necron hasn't taken into account that these rocks are in fact destructible. You can't go through there, but whether or not Kalikah realizes it is another story. Probe hidden down there, so Kalikah's forces retreating back to her base. This probe just heading out to have a bit of a look-see. Her mineral's quite high, and so we've got a bit of a probe war happening here. This is pretty interesting stuff. So, not sure, Kalikah might be sneakily expanding down here. She does like to sneak expand. Oh, blocked by destructible debris even. Necron's guys on a bit of a probe hunt. So, back at Kalikah's base, an expansion going down. Oh no, backing up. Where is this? So this expansion is going down for Necron, rather, just down here. So he's extremely aggressive, Necron. Kalikah building down here, but it had unfortunately been spotted by Zealots. Oh, Kalikah, I want you to win this game so bad. Don't let the cheeser win. So the pylon going down there. Necron decided to leave that. This probe going back home in shame. And so this is all Kalikah has. She's got so high minerals, she needs to be making gateways. So she's making one here, but she can make another 3. She can make another 3 or 4 gateways and just crank Zealots, because Necron does not have the resources to make air stuff yet. But if she leaves him alone, it will happen. He is extremely aggressive with this cannon push. Oh man, it's disgusting, but this might actually work, in fact. 2 layers of cannons for Kalikah to go through. She needs to realize that these destructible rocks are really the only way she has to attack Necron at this stage. So nothing being produced at the moment in Kalikah's base. She has 1,000 minerals, 1,000 gas, needs to be making stuff, making stuff, making stuff, making stuff. Because that is what Necron's doing. We'll have a look. Necron's minerals quite low because he's just massing cannons, gas getting quite high. But now that he's got this expansion up, once he does a drone transfer... holy shit! Holy shit, I completely missed this, but somehow Kalikah found her way. Oh, she warp prismed in. Oh, this is such a casting fail. I'm so sorry everyone. The warp prism has come in and Kalikah is in fact